Jingle those bells and deck the halls, and a frosty Rudolph and Santa's sleigh, and a mistletoe and a dreidel too.
This Christmas, let's get the family together to watch Santa Claus kill the fuck out of people. So tonight's movie is Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, and there may be some cases where people tell you that you don't need to see the first movie or movies to understand what's going on in the sequel, but this is the most literal case of that because the first half of this movie is dedicated to showing you everything that happened in the first movie, which isn't to say that the first movie doesn't come recommended. I mean, I watched it a couple of years ago and I was able to enjoy it as just a so bad it's good kind of cheesy 80s horror movie. However, the sequel is so much worse that it's better, if that makes sense. I mean, in the case of the films that I've watched previously for this Christmas season, I really wanted to like them. I mean, even in the case of Santa's Sleigh, I was practically in denial because, I mean, just check out my review of that, you'll know what I thought about the kill scenes. But whereas that was a comedy which failed miserably at being funny, Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 is a serious horror movie which fails miserably at being scary, and it is so much more enjoyable for that. At this point, in case you're wondering about the plot of this movie, it's pretty simple stuff. Basically, you're following the little brother of this killer Santa Claus who's talking to a therapist when he starts going on a killing spree and follows in his brother's footsteps. Plot. And a lot of the comedy in this film just stems from the bad acting. Most of the characters in this movie are terrible actors, but easily the standout performance comes from the star of the film himself, the guy who plays Ricky, the new killer Santa. And, anyone who's at least heard of this film most likely knows about the infamous Garbage Day line, but in general, he's just a joy to watch throughout the film. I especially love the parts where he's trying to be really angry and intense. His eyebrows just give the most commendable performance. Why won't the internet go faster? All I want to do is watch the newest music video by Rihanna! I will admit, though, the film is not completely incompetent. I mean, there are some good things to it aside from the unintended comedy. Just like Santa's Sleigh, it does have some pretty decent kills in it. Even though the special effects are pretty low grade, I did enjoy this one kill scene where a guy was getting electrocuted and it made his eyes explode. Also, I swear I'm not just trying to defend the film's good points, but I genuinely thought that it was well shot. There was some really decent camera work in here, and there's even a transition late in the film involving this recording device. I don't quite know what the device is called, but it's one of the best transitions I've seen in a film. In the end, there's really not much else for me to say about this movie, except that I really enjoyed it. If you're interested in seeing a bad movie for a good laugh, then Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 should be right up your alley. And if you'd rather see something good, then don't watch it. And that's all I've got to say. I hope y'all have a good one.